When it comes to solo events, the Funnel Endurance is one of the classics, and it's event 6 here in Season 4 of the VALVIK Marble League. Hello everybody and welcome back then. In the overall standings, and the Atomics have taken the lead after another bronze in the block pushing, followed by the Carbons in second, the Coastline Crescents dropped third, and the Scorpions in fourth. So then, the Funnel Endurance, a very simple and straightforward event. You send your team that can hold on the fastest, and the goal is to not get first. As we get started right now, already into the second funnel goes 11 Ball of the Cue Balls, followed by Mega of the Cyber Crew and Charcoal of the Carbons. It's going to be 2 heats of 8, the top 4, so the last 4 finishers advancing into the next heat. Meanwhile, at the top of the pile, it is Matterhorn of the Peculiar Peaks alongside Salamander, and look at that, Mega of the Cyber Crew managing to hold on as they now take a provisional top 3 placement here, as meanwhile, it's the Cue Balls and the Carbons in the last of the funnels here. It hasn't been a great life in the main league for the Season 1 champions, the Cue Balls. As meanwhile, at the top of the pile, it is still very much Matterhorn holding on to a beautiful lead here in the Funnel Endurance. Of course, you need to make sure you are not among the bottom 4 here. So at the moment, those 4 teams, including the Sky Scouts and the Cyber Crew, are doing quite well. As meanwhile, Carbon's Charcoal in the second to last funnel alongside Blanco of Team Whiteout. Triples entering in as well, and meanwhile, I think it's going to be, yes indeed, Baccarole of Team Virtuoso as the Carbons. Now Charcoal entering the last of the funnels here. They could well be out here, the winners of the last event, as Charcoal approaches the event horizon of the funnel here. Will they finish in first? They will. The Carbons will finish in 8th. And it is Team Whiteout in 7th. 2 more spots now looks to be going the way of Team Virtuoso, and it is. Can 11 Ball hold on here? A bit of contact with Right. Will that careen them into the finishing? And it does. And that's then the top 4. And the ones who will be advancing from Heat A, from Heat 1. Sky Scout will finish in 4. Doesn't really matter in which order you finish now, because you are guaranteed move on to the final. Cyber Crew finish in 3rd. That will be their first ever top half finish for this team. As the Scorpions, Salamander is about to finish. And that's going to be a win then for the Heats for Matterhorn of the Peculiar Peaks. Exactly what this team needed after a admittedly quite poor next few events after their win in event 3. So it'll be Matterhorn, Salamander, Mega, and Right that advance into the next event, into the next round. As we now switch focus over to heat number 2, and it's going to be Buon of the Coastline Crescents at the top of the pile, Red Neon of the Disco Neons near the back, and meanwhile we have 3 very well-seasoned athletes of the Funnel Endurance. It's Port of the Sailors, Renew of Team Echo, and Balance of the Balls of Zen, as meanwhile Nucleus already into the 3rd funnel. Disaster start for the Atomics, the championship leaders at the moment, as meanwhile Port, as I mentioned their name previously, they are now at the top of the pile, first place right now, as they just now enter into the 2nd funnel. Port won this event back in Season 1, Balance now alongside them in that funnel, 2nd place in Season 2. As meanwhile then, it's not Bubble but Swirl, their teammate, who won it last time out in Season 3. As meanwhile then, in the elimination zone, it is the Disco Neons and the Atomics. Nucleus still struggling here, but they're now not last anymore, as now Renew has entered them as well. As meanwhile, not near the back, it is Steam of the Clockworks and Rendium. As Buon now, former championship leaders, now down to 4th overall. 3rd overall, I should say. Struggling a bit here, as it's not quite sure who will be the last one of the eliminations here. As meanwhile, we have 3, including Renew of Team Echo, winners of the Funnel Endurance Season 2, and the holders of their only gold medal. As we're about to get a finisher, it could be Steam of the Clockworks as they approach the event horizon of the last funnel here. Will that be a finish for them? And it will be. Clockworks will finish in 8th. Disco Neon seem to be the next to be eliminated, and it is 7th for Red Neon. Renew is about to enter, and they do. Got a contact there by Nucleus, but can they hold on? Crucially, I don't think it's going to be likely. And it isn't. The championship leaders then will not advance to the final, and that's your top 4. Port, unchallenged here by either of these other teams. The Coastline Crescents, Buon will finish in 4th. Balls of Zen Balance in 3rd. And Bubble holding on decently. But nobody has been able to challenge Port in this heat at least. Really important to see how well you manage yourself at the start. Because from then on, if you let the others fight amongst themselves while you're in the lead, you're basically guaranteed a good position, as we've shown from Port, demonstrated beautifully here as the Sailors. 10-second advantage over the Bubblegum Bowlers in 2nd. They will advance to the final. As meanwhile then, in the bottom half, 9th through 16th is finished. Carbons last after winning the first event, after winning the previous event. As now we look to the final, it's the Sky Scouts right at the top. Sailors Port near the bottom, as they are now off for the final. As we get the first entrance, it is Balance, and then Port and Bubble. As now at the top 4, Cyber Crew, Mega, currently holding what is basically a provisional first place. For the last place team in the standings, it would be a dream result for the Cyber Crew to get gold here in the Final Endurance after having a horrendous start to their season. As meanwhile then, big gaggle of marbles in that third funnel there is that's Buon, Salamander, but Matterhorn and the Sky Scouts right. As meanwhile then, near the back, it is Port and Balance. Port, after winning the heat, seemingly running out of steam, dropping down like a pebble almost. Massive contact there with Balance though. Helps them regain some momentum, but it's not looking like the Sailors will challenge for the gold here unless they really pull something out of their bags here. As meanwhile then, Mega of the Cyber Crew still holding on to a first place as they now enter alongside the Sky Scouts and the Bubblegum Bowlers. Bubble, another good performance here from the captain of the Bubblegum Bowlers. As now they take a provisional lead. Cyber Crew down now to 2nd, battling it out with Right, as meanwhile we approach the end of the event here. And it is the Scorpioniers and the Sailors battling it out for the last spot as the Coastline Crescents enter in there as well. That's helping balance out really massively here, as they could be in for an 8th place finish. Unless something really drastic happens. It's a battle between now Salamander and Port for that last place. Who will enter first? Buon is also there as well. As it will be Salamander that finish in 8th. Port will drop into 7th. In 6th come, I think it will be the Coastline Crescents. They're not going to hold on for much longer. And they do. 6 for the Crescents. As meanwhile at the top, the battle still rages on between the Cyber Crew and the Bubblegum Ballers. Mega now enters the last funnel, and it's Bubble at the top. Can they hold on? They will get a podium, as the Peaks will finish in 4th. Sky Scouts take 3rd. Right, can Mega do it? Bubble enters the last funnel, but I don't think it's going to be enough. And Mega dubs through, and the Ballers have won it. 2nd event running, another win for the Bubblegum Ballers. Showboating is their captain Bubble as they finally finish. And that's going to be another goal, their first one since event 5 of season 3. But what a performance here from the Bubblegum Ballers. Nailed the start basically. Didn't have a lot of fighting with the top. But what a heartbreak, but also a great performance from the Cyber Crew. Mega, fittingly, mega start for the team. Unfortunately, they did get bogged down. As you can see now, they did lose the lead to Bubble. But what a way to get your first ever top half result with a silver. Meanwhile, for the Sky Scouts, that's going to be another bronze medal for a team that's all too familiar with scoring 3rd place finishes. So then, the Bubblegum Bowlers will take the win here in Final Endurance. Cyber Crew takes 2nd, Sky Scout take 3rd, Peculiar Peaks another good 4th place finish here, Balls of Sand finish in 5th. But well done to the Bubblegum Bowlers. Congratulations to our podium finishers, Sky Scouts, Cyber Crew, and our gold medalists, the Bubblegum Ballers. Well done then to Bubble of the Bubblegum Ballers for another great finish here in Final Endurance. And let's see how this event shakes out the overall standings. And the Atomics still hold on to the lead, but Longman Millers revs up 7 spots into second. Sky Scouts take third. Coastline Crescent's down to fourth. But that's it from us from the Funnel Endurance. Coming up next, we return to the Minor League for the same event. We hope to see you there. Goodbye.